Like, I feel sick. Go and get that cheese out the fridge. You feeling dripping? Go and get that cheese. That's good for you.
It's perfectly good.
That's penicillin.
Tell you when we had moldy bread, he's like, cut that bowl off and eat that bread.
It'd be like all green too. You do like one square.
No, it would not.
Yeah, it would be.
That is good food. Let me get pie.
That's just them bottle clothes, on bottle clothes.
Apple is more expensive.
Yeah, the first time I bought it, and then next time I liked it. And then next time I wanted to buy it, I didn't remember where I bought it. So I was looking at every store like, where did I buy it? And I couldn't remember.
I think ones with Byerly's are the only places.
Byerly's don't have it. Because I went there looking for like, to buy it like this.
This is 0 grams of trans fat.
That means they don't use lard in it.
Oh.
Most pie crust has lard in it.
Right.
That's big fat.
It's gotta be something.
Or that oil that is, like it's solidified. Crisco or something like that.
Crisco is good, yeah. Yeah, that's made our vegetable.
I remember it's
Crisco's are good stuff to make. But I'll tell you, the best thing we use to make the crust with is lard.
Yeah.
It's the best. It is so flaky and nice. But
You know, they used to think
high in
it was
cholesterol.
good for you too.
That's before they learned. That's why people were dying at 30. They called 30 old age, and nobody wanted to ever get 30. People are living longer. They take better care of themselves.
Yeah, right. That could be a bad thing.
Well,
Yeah, look your quality of life.
it would take. It used to be a time that you said, "Oh, I'll just wait this out on a job," because they knew that the person who had the job you wanted would soon be too old and too sick, and you'd get the job. But not
People
anymore.
are living so much longer. I mean, that's why
They're
you
working,
can't
like,
afford
they're
it.
working longer.
And they're forcing people into retirement. They
No.
did that. Yeah, they did that to a guy at work.
A lot of
You know,
people
see that what they can do, then they can hire somebody else that'll.
Well, they're just
They
trying to
get
get
paid.
people out of that high-paying position, so they
Not
can
only
put
that, but
somebody
not
else.
only that high paying, but the older you get, the more insurance you use, things like that. Some people, and especially the ones who smoke and carry on. And believe you me, they look at that. When you have an insurance nowadays, they see what you get, what are the things that you go to the doctor for. And if you watch them, they will, how often that year did they raise the amount that you pay for your insurance?
Yeah, it's gonna be the same.
Insurance increases. If you don't smoke, you don't drink,
They don't get
and you not.
the doctor goes, ooh.
Oh, yeah, they say, "Ooh."
You can almost see
They
it.
give you, they will give you a cafeteria menu here so that you can just, what do you want?
You'll
You
leave
want
it
less,
ask you your
you want
diet.
more?
Your
Yeah.
food diet will ask you if you keep exercise. And they can tell too.
If you say, I don't do it every day, and you sit there obese and everything, they'll say,
You're like, man, I'll walk it.
tomorrow.
Check.
Says claims, that's what you see on here. Sometimes it's good to look at your record because it says a lot about your. So you just go to HR and say, can I have copies of my file? Now sometimes if they are want to protect themselves, certain things they're not going to copy and give you.
See, this dude fights like Mayweather.
We should take DJ and Mom to a restaurant and take us to. Well, there's a couple places. One is an African restaurant called Sanity. Scared.
Goat meat with blood.
Goat is actually pretty good.
I've eaten goat. I used to have a dear kid that could not take regular milk, so we got this goat, and I could make the milk. And I love this goat. I came home one day and that goat was gone.
Really?
Oh.
And they had killed that. They were sitting there and fixed the table up. And it didn't dawn on me that's where this goat had gone, you know. I just said,
That's
where is
kinda
it?
cool.
Where is it? And I guess they felt badly. My family felt badly because
They're just like,
they,
finish your meal first and then we'll tell you all about it.
so I went outside to play and I said, they heard me out singing and said, my God, kill me.
So yeah, that is kind of cool.
And they felt bad because I was out grieving about this goat. And I was thinking about the mother of the goat when I said it. Well, you know, because if it's edible, it's going. Like a little turkey.
I used to hate when you would go to a farmer's market and bring home whole chickens and with the head on it still. Because I was like, I can't handle that reality. Because you have to cut off the neck or the head.
I told some people one day, I said, well, it's not bad. They were talking about, and I said, well, I can remember when I was a teenager, I killed a sixer. And they said, a sixer? And then I looked around because then I knew I was in foreign country. These people had never heard of killing a bag of deer.
Oh, a 6 pound.
No, 6 antlers.
Oh, 6-point deer. Yeah.
They
Okay.
call them sixers.
They say 6 point.
I haven't heard of that.
Then you could, I helped.
I remember when I was dating Jennifer and her dad would hunt. I walked out, they told me they caught.
I don't ever mention that. I never mention it again because people will say,
Oh,
you
no,
do
I went
have to
outside to get
but some people look at you like,
way out. And it was like,
and they eat meat, but that's so I didn't wonder.
it smelled like, it smelled like raw meat. It was dead. I was walking out. And it was dark too, and I switched on the light, and I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
It just looked like Jason had Gein had been
They
up
can eat
there.
a lot too.
And the head's all up there too.
Oh, that was interesting. Did that traumatize you?
It was just like, it was dark, and I bumped right into one of the carcass. And I was kind of like, okay, that's furry and cold. It smells.
It
It has this like a raw urine. The grossest thing was when
and the inside, when you go into those things, their inside is so heavy.
but I wasn't expecting that.
My mother used to get pigs and ducks and chickens to my house. My mother.
It's not really that bad. It's just like you're not
It was just
expecting
part
it.
of life. You just did it so you can have food and you can eat.
Well, you know, I think that if we were more like that as a society, we'd be better off because you'd have a higher appreciation for what you eat.
You'd be thinner too,
Huh?
you tend to be healthier too. You have to go out.
You know, it used to be you would be healthy because the world wasn't quite as contaminated as it is now.
Well, no, I mean you just have to go hunt for food.
Because the way they eat now, they're
Have
closer to the
problem
cities.
with as much obesity, I don't think.
Oh, no, because you gotta wait for that food to cook. You gotta wait for this, you gotta wait for that, and when they shut the food down, everybody ate. And you maybe ate, what, 2 meals a day, like lunch and
You're
dinner?
lucky.
If you're lucky, now. Or breakfast was maybe a piece
It
of
was
bread
like leftover cold.
and something else. You didn't have a lot of food. A piece of cheese, a piece of bread, you just ate that, and it was, you didn't think anything else about it. You just,
Yeah. when I was looking at houses before we got the house, I was fascinated with older houses because I think they look better, they have a lot of character. Although now I know better.
Never, I always say get the best you can get, money-wise. Fixing up houses is not fun anymore.
And it's very expensive, especially for older.
But that's why they get those shows now. They just feel all excited about doing it until they actually do it.
Thank you. But I was always shocked by the lack of closet space and how everything was smaller. You know, like modern houses tend to be much bigger, grander scale.
Bigger closets.
You have 2,500 feet or more, whereas back then, my house was huge.
They have a lot of clothes.
And the furniture was smaller, people were smaller. Women were on average wearing like a size 6 probably.
So what are like?
At this rate, they'd be really scary.
You just go get a pill and get your food.
I'm telling you, they're talking about how you're not even gonna need to work out or do anything. Lose weight. They'll just go to a technician. Can you look these nail photos?
1,000 people insist they've seen something in Loch Ness.
Sorry, it'll be done by now. Just, drink a lot of fluid.
Cold will be like that. Go on your TV.
Nobody ever got sick because they,
It's always gone back to that kind of
that's a what if now, but what
It isn't
do you think the drawback would be then?
After every war, technology increases.
For example, there's been a few movies, these movies, futuristic movies like Gattaca, and there's another one with Charlotte Johansson,
Oh, you're talking about the island,
The Island,
where people are cloning.
where if, for example, if you could genetically engineer kids, where if when I was pregnant, you could choose what color eyes you want your baby to have, and if they had some kind of predisposition for nearsightedness or high blood pressure, you could fix that with whatever. You have a society that's hierarchical based on your genetic makeup. You know, the wealthy people who could afford those procedures would be favored over the poor people who couldn't.
That's kind of like that anyway. Either way.
And you're competing against people who are genetically perfect.
But they're not, technically they're not. They're just...
But what are the long-term effects of playing God, you know? Messing with genetics to the point
All I
where
want to know is this.
things are out of balance.
Can you make the person who is poor rich?
Because there's a balance. If you just watch the Lion King, man.
See, you sounded all intelligent.
She was.
He was like, oh, you was using big words like genetic and predisposition. And you're like, there's a balance,
There's a
Ma.
circle of life,
There's a
Mom.
circle of life, Ma. Just watch the Lion King. What the heck? You just dropped 15 points in IQ right there.
No, but that's a very profound movie, though.
I understand what you read with it, so I was...
There is a balance to life, and if you take license with that and start throwing things out of balance, where everyone's perfect, no one has any diseases, there are long-term effects that we can't
Well,
really foresee.
but that's what they're saying right now, that people are living so much longer. Like, take for instance a country like China. Like, they actually are outlawing people to have. You can only have one kid, and there'll be a point where they'll be like, you'll have to get a.